Great one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, left side. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. That's caught. Oh, what a grab by Bateman. 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stafford. That's to the former Panther, Curtis Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there and move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. And the Vikings at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. If think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Ball again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run.
Touchdown, Vikings! Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. They're going right back to Pittman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. It's Herbert. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Another try for Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashad Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
On the counter, it's Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. his man. It's taken on for a Viking touchdown. Curtis Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game to run in every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Carolina.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A nightmare of the 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Herbert on first down now. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Juwan Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
35. Panthers 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work it. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Complete to Jawan Johnson. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Panthers.
Herbert off of play action. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Carolina.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Michael Pittman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
42. Panthers 28. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll go again with Hall. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Steps away to his left. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. He's got room at the 30, and he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll give to Hall. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. That little bounce in your step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Inside handoff to Mixon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Herbert. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hall on a give up the middle. They find some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hall again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 18-yard line. On third down, here's Hall. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 27. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Coup for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Vikings 56, Panthers 35.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
1st down, Carolina.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And now here's another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Stafford going to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll try to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was...
We spend your whole life trying to blow up.